What is up? Welcome back to another day trading video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the price action that happened today and also show you the trades that I took. I had a very green day today. I made over 60 points, and remember, I trade live every single day in my Discord for completely free. So if you want to join a Discord where we have a very nice trading community, and also I live stream my trades for free every single day, I have over an 80% win rate. So if you do want to join that Discord, the links are in the description. So today, as you know, it was CPI day. So when it comes to CPI day, you want to wait for the news. You want to wait for the news to finish, and then you'll be able to have a very good idea of where price wants to go. So as you can see right here, we have news. So this would be our data high right here. So we would label that as data high. Then we would also label our data low. But as you can see, our 8:30 candle, which was the candle that had the data, and if you don't know what a data high and data low is, it's pretty self-explanatory. All it is the time that the data came out. So CPI came out at 8:30 today. Therefore, we look for 8:30, find 8:30 there, and as you can see, we have this 8:30 high candle. So as well as this being a swing high, this is actually a very good draw on the liquidity. Okay, so we know that the data high does not have to get filled, but it has a very high chance of getting swept, or at least price trading towards that direction. So I had that in my mind going into CPI today. Now, if you don't know, I trade a model called the inversion model. So once a fair value gap gets inversed, which all that means is once a fair value gap is disrespected, I expect price to go in that direction that it is disrespected. So as you can see right here, we have this bullish fair value gap. This trading strategy is also very good on higher time frame to be able to find your daily bias. So as you can see right here, we have this small bearish fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame. Now this fair value gap is inversed right here, as you can see. So this bearish fair value gap here is closed above, therefore this is disrespected, and now an inversion fair value gap. And as you can see, this fair value gap trades up into our next fair value gap. So once this bearish fair value gap is inversed, what we expect it to do is take some sort of liquidity in that direction. But if there is a fair value gap that is also in that direction, we only want price to go into that fair value gap from the inversion, if that makes sense. Okay, so we know we have a bearish fair value gap here. So just because we have a bearish fair value gap here doesn't mean that it has to disrespect this fair value gap. We only know that price action will then trade up into the fair value gap once this has been inversed. Okay, so with that information, as you can see, we have this bullish fair value gap, and if we play at the price action, as you will see, this fair value gap actually gets inversed. Now we do have a bullish fair value gap here that is inversed to the downside, but we would not take a trade from this fair value gap, as we have this 1 minute fair value gap below that. Okay, so would ignore that bullish fair value gap. As you can see, we keep playing out the price action, and boom, right there, this fair value gap has been inversed. Now you might be wondering, okay, so after everything I've just said, did I take a short position to the downside? And the answer is no. And the reason why I did not take any short positions here is because what I said earlier. We have these data highs above. We have strong buy side liquidity sitting up here. Therefore, this is where I want the price action to go. I don't want price action to come down here. I want price action to go up here. So that is the reason why I did not take this short right here. And as you can see, we actually create a very small 1 minute bearish fair value gap. So this is actually the trade that I took today. As you can see, we have this tiny 1 minute bearish fair value gap that gets inversed right here. So although we have not took any sell side liquidity right here, I'm still very interested in lungs just because we have the data highs up here. If we didn't have data highs up here, then I most likely would not have took this trade to the lung. And my target for this trade was not actually the data highs. I only targeted this buy side liquidity right here. Now, the reason why I only targeted buy side liquidity, the reason why I only targeted this buy side right here is because we have this big 1 minute bearish fair value gap, which is also bearish fair value gap on lots of different time frames. So what that means is basically, even if we take this liquidity right here, which is very likely as we have data highs above and this buy side liquidity inside a bearish fair value gap, even though we have this buy side liquidity and data highs above, we are still in this massive 1 minute bearish fair value gap, which could just easily sell us off to the downside. Therefore, I took 100% of my profits right here. And if you play at the price action, as you can see, we actually come back into our inversion fair value gap. My stop loss is if we get a candle close below this fair value gap. So as you can see, the risk to reward is very, very good. This is a 1 to 10 risk to reward trade. Um, very, very nice risk to reward. So why wouldn't I take this? Even if we haven't swept the low, the risk to reward here is amazing. So if we play at the price action, as you can see, we just come up, we come up, we come up. We have a 2 minute bearish fair value gap here that we absolutely just go through, so we invest that as well. This could be another entry. If you missed this 1 minute entry down there, you could have entered another entry right here, so you could have lunged here. Stop loss could have been below this bearish fair value gap. Take profit could have been right there. So that is another 1 to 5.8 risk to reward ratio. As you can see, this trading strategy is amazing, to say the least. And then we end up hitting take profit. So this was actually the only trade that I took today. Yeah, as I just said, the risk to reward on these trades are amazing. So if you do want to watch me live stream every single day, that's the model that I pretty much trade. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into the model. So if you do want to learn it, I also have a link to my training course below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to join my Discord and subscribe.